Hey, it's your boy, and welcome to the Shitshow Extravaganza. My name is Shaheen, and I lost my immune system sometime last year. Now, you might have not expected it, but we actually do have a special guest today. Please welcome.
My Corona!
This whole goddamn needs no introduction, though, because the only thing spreading faster than the coronavirus itself are the memes, news reports, and social media updates. Just in case, though, here's a quick overview. The virus originated in Wuhan, China, spread basically everywhere via spitty droplets. No known vaccine or cure yet. Fatality rate is relatively low, with most fatal cases involving the elderly and those with prior severe illnesses. I'll be honest, I didn't really care much about the coronavirus. My only concern was my friends that live or are traveling or studying in the affected areas. It didn't really affect me personally, though. I mean, I wanted to travel to Japan, but I just got employed, so I can't take a vacation for at least 6 months. And I was hoping that the coronavirus would be far gone by then. However, do you know where's a new hotspot where the coronavirus is just spreading? That's right, Iran. Iran? That place. And do you know where my country is? Yep, right there. Anyways, so the coronavirus outbreak has finally reached Kuwait. So needless to say, I care now. In fact, many people do. As they should. The outbreak got here because of such a lax approach to where people are traveling to and from Iran. 3 men that returned from there recently brought this plague upon us. Overdramatic? Yeah, probably. The number of cases has risen to 45, and that was just a few days ago. I don't know what it is at now. And that's basically half of the Kuwaiti population. Over exaggeration? Yeah, probably. A convention I was supposed to attend last weekend got canceled due to the outbreak, and schools were given a whole week off. 2 weeks if you count last week's national holiday. Overreaction? No, I think it's pretty appropriate for a small crowded country to take these kind of precautionary measures. I too pride myself in following proper procedures. I don't leave the house during my days off. I actively avoid crowded areas when I'm obligated to be out. Heck, I even stopped going to the gym. Yeah, that's definitely the reason why. Not because I'm a lazy fuck. And I work in the biggest mall in Kuwait. Shit's about half the size of the goddamn country. So many people exist in this enclosed titanic infrastructure. And a part of my job is to walk around and look over some of the stores. You're probably wondering, Shaheen, do you work as a mall cop or something? So I was extremely paranoid walking around that mall. I mean, everybody was. I'd shake hands with someone, then openly sanitize it right in front of their face. The mall has never looked as empty as it is now. It was like that everywhere else in Kuwait too. On the bright side though, there was absolutely no traffic these days. And in my opinion, I think that's a small price to pay for some clear streets. I even questioned going to Friday prayer since it's usually a crowded area. I did end up going, but I made sure to never touch my face. But right as I entered and I sat down, and I was making sure that I would stay squeaky clean, I turned to my right, hoping that everyone else is following set procedures in order to be safe. I see this one dude just shoving his fingers everywhere, in every visible orifice on his face, as if he's testing the will of God and trying to just summon the entire coronavirus itself. This boy was just something else. And it's fine, I don't need to. Honestly though, it feels like the hype died down after the first weekend. It doesn't feel like people care all that much, or at least remaining cautious but not stopping themselves from acting close to normal. There is good reason to not worry so much though. It's not an airborne disease, so that makes it slightly easier to avoid it if you keep your hands clean and not suck someone's face. The latter being easier to some than others. as I mentioned before, the fatality rate is really low, with mostly just the elderly and those with severe illnesses making up that unfortunate percentage. I do appreciate posts like this because although it encourages caution, it is also relieving to know that with some basic precautions, I'll be alright. But you know what really bothers me though? You know what really occludes my organs? Posts like these. Like, honestly, what is this supposed to fucking achieve? Like, am I supposed to be, oh man, thank God only 108 people died in fucking China, but all these other people died of cancer and heart disease and diabetes. Like, why is this a competition between things that could kill you or can cause death or things that are beyond your control? Is this supposed to make me feel better that I don't have coronavirus, that I might get cancer? Like, where's this going? What a dumb fucking post. Like, honestly, and then they put the fingers down, like, oh yeah, you know what's up, like preach, this is the truth. What do you mean? Take a deep breath and wash your hands. Go fuck off, man. I think I've ranted long enough. The main takeaway from this episode is to be careful, but also not worry yourself into oblivion. We get a new pandemic every century, so let's try our best to just weather this one out and get back to complaining about overpopulation. And it's time for the People's Choice Awards. There were a lot of responses, a lot of which are topics that we covered already, which are, the overreaction or or the exact opposite of that, not taking the right precautions or kind of just doing dumb shit and not taking care of yourself. There are three, though, that I did not mention in the episode that are, I think, important to address or talk about, or just, I guess, fun overall. The idea of this being an entire conspiracy theory that, it's a bioweapon. Someone responded with, when I asked, what are your thoughts on the coronavirus? They said, bioweapon conspiracy. And another person that I asked, they said, how much the CCP is lying to the world. And I think I don't think that's the case. But then again, I mean, it could be. It's fun to think about. Conspiracy theories are always fun, in my opinion. They get crazy, they get wild, but that's what they are, conspiracy theories. The moon landing, 9/11, and other things too. But, it's just fun to talk about. One that really got my attention, and the person just phrased it properly, which is, what are your thoughts on the coronavirus? They responded with, people here fighting over toilet paper, and I'm just sitting questioning why they need so much. And I don't get it. I'm trying to remember, are there any symptoms that require an immense and just absolutely crazy amount of toilet paper? Especially because this person I know is in Japan, and that's where the whole toilet paper thing is happening. I don't get it. Japan has washlets. In most cases, you don't even need toilet paper, and I still don't get it. Is it because you want to quarantine yourself and not want to go out, that you want to just stock up on shit that you can use in the future? You know what I mean? So you never run out of toilet paper. Why is that your priority, bro? When you have I get it if you're a country that doesn't even have anything. I don't know. It's a lot of toilet paper, and I don't know, again, why that. You think that hand sanitizers or any other kind of sanitation product would be top of that list, and it is. I know I've seen other pictures and other articles saying that shops are being completely sold out of these kind of things, but still, it's toilet paper. It's an interesting choice of survival tactic. The last one is on the serious end, and I wanted to end on a serious note, is the person responded with, it's making all the racists come out of the closet. I think this is such a good response, because it's true. I've seen so many racist comments, obviously not towards me, but I know friends personally who have dealt with that kind of stigma and that person isn't even Chinese. It's just generalizing Asians which is also problematic in of itself. But did the virus originate in China? Yes. Does it mean that I don't know that it's exclusive to Chinese or it's their fault? Not necessarily. It's the fault of some dumb people who decided to not stay in quarantine and just leave the country and spread it out. Those, regardless of race, are dumb people, and you can see that in many situations. Similar here in the Middle East with Iran. I know I keep flip-flopping between Iran and Iran. It's just one is habitual, the other one is because I'm speaking English. But the same thing with Iran. See what happens? They just because 3 people of Irani descent or whatever did the really dumb fuck mistake of contracting the virus and not being careful while traveling or not quarantining themselves or not taking the right precautions does not mean that the entire country is dumb. Like, I don't think that's how shit works. This is just generalization. But yeah, I think if you're just using this as an excuse, I don't mean like you out of the 14 people that watch this, but if you, the general public, if this ever goes out to someone randomly who is a racist, wow, what are the we need statistics in this channel. But basically, if you use this as some kind of way to justify your racist behavior or finally find the opportunity to just take advantage of a pretty sad pandemic, then you're just virus in human form. You are the scum of the earth, and you're the reason why humanity can never progress beyond a point that was established way before time. So hopefully people like you, the bad people, the racist, would I don't want to say die off, that's too extreme. I'll just say change your ways and seek the now. See, that just sounds like a cult. Okay, well, with all the jokes that I said in this episode, I hope that everyone stays safe and I hope everyone takes care of themselves. I'm traveling in a few days. Not the smartest decision, but hopefully hopefully this is such a dumb, if I do end up contracting the coronavirus, I will be properly quarantined. I like this optimistic thinking. I get to skip work and still get paid. I'm not saying that's a bright side. I'm just saying, just dropping facts here. Anyway, thank you for listening. See you guys next week. Here's the wait, let's see if I can do this. Oh, that was pretty good.